We'll have a moment of silent meditation and pledge to the flag. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Call to order this meeting of the Monongalia County Commission of September 2nd, 2020. All commissioners are present, and we'll begin with consent and approval. Good morning, Renetta.
Good morning. We have 42 exonerations for $19,666.76. Vouchers for General County Fund, 263-16-17, 911-209, Chestnut Ridge Park, 2009-2739, Camp Muffley, 1,806.04, Mason-Dixon Park, 373.23, Assessor's Valuation, 1,289.01, Purchasing Card Vouchers, General County Fund, 21,780.85, 911, 157.08, Home Confinement, 5,367.34, Chestnut Ridge Park, 171.80, Camp Muffley, 1,194.38, for a voucher total of $298,292.29. So have position vacancies for boards and authorities: the Western Board of Zoning Appeals, Monongalia County Planning Commission, Monongalia County Development Authority, Camp Muffley Advisory Board, Abandoned and Dilapidated Enforcement Agency, Mason-Dixon Park Advisory Board, Region 6 Planning and Development Council, Historic Landmarks Commission, Mountaineer Trail Network Authority. Fiduciary orders for September 2nd, 2020, and we have itemized statement of services for Fiduciary Commissioner George Armstead.
Move to approve consent agenda items as presented.
Second.
Been properly moved and seconded for approval. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Introduction of new employees. I don't see any, but I will ask. Hearing none.
We have an email from MJ Zink.
Sorry.
Are we going to?
She had a
Right.
person resign, and they have a full-time replacement. Her name is Mackenzie Robinson.
Move that we approve.
Second.
Properly moved and second for approval. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Any others?
No, not
Sorry.
that.
Okay. We will now move on to comments from the public. If you wish to speak, you may come forward. You will be granted 3 minutes, and please state your name and residence, please, before you begin.
Thank you very much. My pleasure to be here today. I'm remembering back in 2005 when...
You need to say your name and address just so
Thank
you
you,
don't get
sir.
in trouble. Thank
My
you.
name is Dwayne Nichols. I live in Stewartstown here in Mon County. I'm reminded of being back here in 2005 when this county commission selected me as Environmentalist of the Year. I got to ride in a limo, a convertible in the homecoming parade with the sign on the side. You may recall those people that did that selection: John Piles, Asel Kennedy, and Bob Bell. And I want to acknowledge their service and the honor that they brought to this community. With your permission, I would give you each one of these.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, as you know, this commission has a website where the public can submit 300 characters of information via their computer. And I did that last night. I submitted a document to you that's relevant to my presentation here today. That document submitted last night is called a safety data sheet. And it is for the coating that's on the pipe stored at the Morgantown Industrial Park. My estimate is there's 9,600 pieces of pipe over there. 42 inches in diameter, 40 feet long, occupying 8 acres, plus the surrounding land. The whole thing would have to be 12, 15, 20 acres, I don't know. But Morgantown is becoming infamous for that storage area because of the risks that may be present. When it was originally stored, it was believed that the pipe coating was good for 6 months in the weather. The pipe has been over there now for 4 years. So there is that concern. When I first looked into this, I thought the biggest issue or risk was water pollution. As you know, runoff would go into the Mon River, and that's upstream of the MUB intake. But the more I study it, I believe that there's a concern for the chalking off of that coating and becoming airborne. Silica particles, fine particles in the air, would primarily be a risk to the employees of the park, and finally the schools up on the hill. Mm-hmm. As I depart, I'll tell you this document here is worthy of consideration.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for your opportunity today.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Nichols.
Is there anyone else wishing to speak?
Ron Bain, 720 Astor Avenue, Morgantown. Just wanted to stop by and see you all. I wanted to, first of all, thank the community for supporting me in the last election to become a magistrate, but I also wanted to reach out to you all and to say that I'm looking forward to working with you all. We have a meeting coming up about the jail bond or jail bill, and on the September 21st, and I want to look to that to help the community and how we can make those resources work the best we possibly can. So I just wanted to publicly say that to you all, that I'm looking forward to working with all three of you. And again, I'm honored to be on that on the magistrate service now, and also second fold is today is my 55th birthday. So you got to see me on my birthday. So, but I just wanted to take that moment to stop down and see you. I asked one of the commissioners, I said, when was the last time you had a magistrate come and see you? And he said in his 4 years, no one's come and see you. So I want to bridge that. I'm going to work with my colleagues so that we do work closely with you, and also work with the circuit court to make things a positive thing for all of us. So thank you very much.
Great. Thank you, and happy birthday.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks
Can I
for
just
spending it
suspend
with
the
us.
rules so we can
Sure.
respond? Yeah, I just want to say thank you. I've been here 8 years, and you're the first magistrate. And I think what it's now saying is, I think we have a good team set up,
Yeah.
and I think we want to work together. And I think we're very excited that, you mentioned the meeting, which tells us that you're already aware of it, and we're looking forward to work with you. And if there's some things or issues that you see, we're quite open to meet with you. So thank you for coming.
Right.
This is a nice surprise.
Yeah, I've already cleared my docket for that meeting, so
Oh, great.
we're already clear.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ron, and happy birthday.
Yeah, mazel tov.
Is there anyone else who wishes to speak? Hearing none, we'll close comments from the public and go on to correspondence. Do we have correspondence?
Grants. You skip grants.
Oh, I'm sorry, Colleen. We have no grants. All right.
We have no grants to do.
Correspondence.
I don't believe we have any.
Commissioners, do you have any correspondence?
No.
No.
Unfinished business.
None,
Seeing
sir.
none, we'll move to new business. First, to consider for approval, requisition number 31 for the Morgantown Industrial Park Series 2017A Phase 2 Project Fund.
The requisition is for $236,513.65, and those funds will be paid to Adrian Enterprises, Orion Strategies, and Stone Paving.
Move to approve requisition number 31 as presented.
Second.
Been properly moved and second for approval. All in favor?
Aye.
To consider for approval the service order agreement by DQE Communications for dark fiber construction for Monongalia County building locations at Lockside Drive.
This service order is for 8,400, and this will basically connect our buildings over at Lockside.
Good.
It's our existing buildings plus the building that Bobby Doyle and his staff have pretty much built in a month that will house our backup for all of our IT services. So this is an important step to realizing that and getting that backup over there. I move that we approve the service order agreement as presented.
Second.
Been properly moved and second for approval. All in favor?
Aye.
To consider for approval the master lease purchase agreement by and between County Roads Leasing and the Monongalia County Commission for financing of the phone system for county facilities.
I asked Renetta about this one this morning because I thought we did this a couple months ago, but that was when we signed the agreement for the new phone service. And then once they get everything installed, they don't really know the final number. So then once they know the number, then we actually enter into the financing of the equipment. It's a 5-year term it's about 4.172% interest rate, and during that time, as we lease the information, it ensures that we have a warranty for all the equipment. So
Okay.
I move that we approve the master lease service agreement as presented.
Second.
Properly moved and second for approval. All in favor?
Aye.
Consideration to approve a letter of support for the City of Morgantown's application to the West Virginia Division of Culture and History Certified Arts Community designation.
Move that we approve the letter of support as presented.
Second.
Been properly moved and second for approval. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Is there any other new business?
No, sir.
Seeing none, we'll move to reports from elected officials. I don't see anybody hiding behind the post today. So we'll go to reports from county commissioners. Tom?
I was hoping I wasn't going first, but okay.
You want me to go first?
Yeah,
Sean?
Okay.
yeah, I'll let you go first before I say something. Okay.
That's fine. Since our last meeting, we had staff reports on Friday. It was a little bit of a light schedule. Monday, the commissioners, the city of Morgantown, and the health department had an update, COVID update, to see where we were with the. We were getting early indication that some of the numbers are spiking over the weekend, so we wanted to talk about it as soon as possible in regards to being proactive and what information, or what steps we needed to take with possibly reaching out to Charleston. Tuesday, I had a call. Yesterday afternoon, I had a call with Mylan Park Properties representatives of the JUMA committee. We're working through where we are with the aquatic center and the effects of COVID-19 and the financing of that. We're trying to figure out some creative ways to kind of reduce our risk. Today's regular day. Tomorrow I have a Mylan Park, if I have a dentist appointment, so depending on the appointment, I'm going to try to make my Mylan Park Executive Committee meeting and the Morgantown Area Partnership Executive Committee meeting. Friday with the two, I didn't get a chance to talk to you guys about this yet, but with the other commissioner's approval, I would like that we close the commission office so that the staff can attend Commissioner Bell's funeral. Mm-hmm. If that's okay with you, County Administrator.
Yeah, that'd be great, thank you.
Okay. And then the last thing I'd like to mention, obviously I can't help but mention that the biggest thing on my mind is we lost a giant this week. On Monday, Bob Bell passed away, former commissioner. Sorry, Renette, I know you're going to get emotional, but Bob had 12 years here. He put a profound impact on his county, impact on this commission. About 4.5 years ago, when I decided to run for commission, I asked Herman DeProspero to be my treasurer, and Herman and I met for lunch, and he goes, "Hey, you want to meet Bob Bell?" And I said, "Sure." I wasn't sure how that was going to go because Bob was a Democrat stalwart, and here I am, a Republican. Never ran for any office, and I was like, I don't know how this is going to work out, but Herman has good judgment, so him and Uncle Bob met for lunch, and we met out the Pines, and it ended up being like a 3-hour lunch, which if you've ever sat with Bob or talked with him, a 15-minute conversation, hours go by. I always have trouble, like we met at Eaton Park for a lot of our meetings, and I would, run there for lunch from my Key Logic office, and boy, it was hard to get back within 2.5 hours, 3 hours. But just a wealth of information. Anytime I had a question, he was ready, loaded with information. So I guess Bob saw something in me, and he made himself available for any questions I had. And I seriously think without Bob's help, people like Bob Bell, Democrats like Bob Bell, Democrats like Susan Tucker, who were in my corner, I would have never been elected. So, and even after being elected, I had regular, like every other month, meetings with Bob. I'd have a couple questions about something. I'd always take notes and keep information that I wanted to ask Bob about. I had my Ask Bob file, and he was always, wealth of information. His stories about his service to this country. He had a very, almost like a Forrest Gump type of life. He was a very interesting person, and I didn't know how old he was. I was at a softball game on Monday, and I told Jeff Berryman that Bob had passed away, and he's like, Jeff knew Bob really well, all of his years in working in the Boat Park Commissioner. And he goes, how old was he? And I said, I don't know. I think he was about 71. Bob's 85. He was really in great shape.
Yeah.
Every time I met him, he was, either coming from golf or running around checking on his properties. He was just a constant dynamo. So this county's really owes him a debt for his service over the years. It'd be hard to replace people like him. So I can go on and on, but I'd appreciate the gesture from the commission that we can close our offices and pay him our respects on Friday. And I'm going to miss you, Bob, and God bless Donna and Bob's family, and I wish them help getting through this. So that's all I have to say.
Thank you. Bob?
Thank you. I was hoping you were going to go first because I think you did very well what I would also like to say about Bob Bell. And I wanted to add a second individual that most people, if you've been around Mon County, would know. And I worked very closely with Shelby Leary. Shelby Leary was truly one of the first really representatives from the Western End that spoke for the Western End. In fact, I always jokingly say when I first met her, she scared the hell out of me. She was a strong individual who represented their interests. I worked with her in the Teachers Association, and a lot of people don't realize, but things like 30-minute duty-free lunch, things like prep period, she was in the legislature pushing and getting those things done. She was a great spokesperson for the Western End, and she will be missed. And I just want to say that you have Bob Bell and you also have Shelby. So you have two really pinnacle community members, and I wanted to pass on in my condolences.
No means to slight.
No, not at all.
I just never met her and never knew her. So
that's why I thought it was good. You talk Bob, I talk Shelby, because I worked with her more with the Teachers Association and the unions and the representative of representing the community out there, and I wanted the Western End to know that we are also, all three of us, very concerned that our thoughts and prayers go to them. The other issue, and there's a lot to be said, and this isn't the time or the place to say it, except this. The three commissioners last night were made aware of situations that were going on in Morgantown. We were communicating. It isn't that we were in a shell. We would have communicated with the city of Morgantown, but they were in a city council meeting, so I think that needs to be stated too. However, with the support of the other two commissioners, we actually had a meeting with the Board of Health at 1:30 today on one issue. We have asked the city of Morgantown, Emily Mazzarelli is definitely coming. I don't know how she's coming, who's bringing. WVU Rob Alsop, and I don't know who he's bringing. We will meet to discuss the situation. And this is at a time where I would ask the public to be part of the solution and not part of the problem, blaming and finger pointing will not resolve the issue. We need to move forward to see what we can do with this community and to discuss the issues. But I need to say this because I get very frustrated. The public believes that the county commission is like almost almighty. We are an arm of the state government, and our powers are limited to the Constitution and the authority that the legislature gives to us. We will work with all bodies. We will work on solutions. We're very concerned about what is happening, especially with the yellow and orange code. And there's a lot of misinformation going out. And the only thing I would ask is, this is a perfect time that I wish we could open the doors again with the governor so we could all be working on this together. And that's all I'll say.
I want to
Go
add
ahead.
one quick Bobism.
Yeah.
As Tom was texting me this morning, he's texting me and Ed, and he says, can we have that meeting with the health department this afternoon about another issue? Can we invite the W to that meeting so we could talk about this? And he was waiting for Ed's reply, and he said, Ed, do I have your I said, that's fine with me. And he was waiting for Ed's reply, and Ed was walking his dogs, and I said, I'm going to reply based how Bob would reply. Tom, you can count to 2, right? You had 2 votes.
We had 2 votes.
You didn't need to go any further.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you both. Well spoken on both behalfs. Obviously, I did not serve with Bob. However, I did have many communications with him over the years regarding 4-H, regarding the fair, regarding funding issues, what we could do in the community. He was a great guy to work with. I really appreciated all that he did, and relative to what Sean said, this commission is comprised of 3 individuals that reflects Monongalia County. We are irrespective of party representation and registration. We're looking to what we can do for the best for this, and that's where what Tom said. We need community. This is not sitting and saying WVU students.
Right.
This is the community. The community has to be able to step up and look and say, this isn't what's supposed to be happening. We're not supposed to be congregating. The city did make a ruling about this, so we need to all look together to work together. As for Shelby Leary, it was my joy and blessing to work with her also in 4-H and other matters. And Tom was exactly right. She might have scared you at first, but the woman had a heart that was so big, and her leadership capability was right on. I can't do anything other than compliment it. I want to finish with something positive. Next Tuesday, there's a meeting scheduled at our new extension and 4-H center, and we're going to discuss the development of the kitchen area and the building for use in the community of agriculture in our area. Now, this meeting will be of Commission, Extension, and State Agriculture, and we're going to be joined by our own United Way. And I'm very excited about the potential uses of this kitchen for food processing and agriculture in the future.
Yes. Excellent.
May I have the meeting?
Move.
1 second. I did want to add, and Ed, you made an excellent point. People look at the national politics and how polarizing it is, and even our state politics and how polarizing it is. But our citizens truly need to know that at the county level, you run as a party to get one of these seats, but then that all goes away once you're elected. We've never had party issues come up between the 3 of us. Bob was a Democrat. Aisel was a Democrat. I work with both of them just as much as I work with these guys, because they're all about serving and doing what's best for the citizens. And people, they kind of forget about that with the polarizing environment of today's national politics and again the state politics. But at the local level, people need to know that once the election's over with, the work is all on behalf of the people, not the parties. So thank you for making that point.
I've made the to joke that, quite frankly, I'm the best Democrat in the Republican Party. So,
Well, the irony, and I'll say, is sometimes someone will yell at me and go, "And you three Democrats," and I just laugh because I agree. No one really knows. But once we're up here, we have never used the party influence in any matter. In fact, I think all three of us say, and you said it, we're Monongalia County residents and a community. And I think now's the time we need the community's help to pull together, not fight each other. And hopefully we'll be able to start doing that.
thank you all.
Move to adjourn?
Second.
We are adjourned.